Hello, everybody. I just wanted to come on right quick and just tell you about this very interesting thing that I found last night. Um, that is really, to me, it's interesting. To me, it's really interesting. And I want to get your thoughts and perspectives on it. I won't keep you waiting for very long, but here we go. So if you go to Scott Games, right? Scott Games, back in the day, was a place where you would go and you would find like clues to his lore in the source material, right? And I was very curious last night if there was anything in there. And I know like Scott, it's black because Scott hasn't like posted any new pictures or content or anything, and this may just be an entirely big coincidence. But um let me show you this. So, if I click F12, like you would, to pull up the console, it's F12 on my computer. It may be a different key code. But anyway, I'm trying to get to the console. I'm trying to get to this. There's a number in here. The QPert item this. That really stood out to me last night. It's an even number. And as I was looking at it, I was like, I wonder if that is somehow a hidden message. What would happen if I took that sequence in there, in here, this sequence of numbers and letters, and I put it into the Foxy Grid? And I have no idea who came up with this image, but this image helped me to really decode it. So whoever you are out there that came up with this image, props to you, man. Props to you. Make sure I'm still recording. And I am. Okay. Let me pull up my blank document in here. Let me just copy this. So, and I'll paste it in here. And all I want to keep from it is that number. Because I want to show you something. Really interesting. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to like take these numbers and I'm going to section them out like this so that there's two for each F103. Okay. Now, here's what I want to show you. For any time that there's a zero, first thing I want to do is I want to make a quick note. For any time that there's a zero, I count that as the first place in the grid. And if there is a number following it. And one, I also count as the first place in the grid if there is a letter following it. Like I said, this is a stretch. I recognize it's a stretch, but it does spell out a hidden message. So I want to share that hidden message with you, even if it doesn't mean anything at all. I still want to share it with you because it's something that nobody has looked at. So I have these numbers, right? And now I take those numbers back to my Foxy Grid. 9A. So what is the ninth letter and then A? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That gives us the letter I. F8. We go over to F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We go to D9. D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nine. That gives us the letter Y. Okay. A4. So A, 1, 2, 3, 4. E5. E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Zero, 2. Remember what I said about zeros, we count those at the first letter. 1, 2. Just indulge me on that. Indulge me and wait till you see the hidden message, okay? F, 3. 1, 2, 3. That gives us the letter N. Oh. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That gives us the letter T. For A. Yeah. This gives us the letter D. D2. D2 gives us the letter H. 4, 2 gives us the letter H. 7, 2. Right, because I'll explain. 4 over and then 2 gives us the letter H. So 7, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 1, 2. This gives us the letter K. D8. This gives us the letter, let's see, D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This gives us the letter Q. One F. 1, A, B, C, D, E, F. This gives us the letter Y. 0, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. This gives us the letter I. And then 8, 1, the final one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 1 would make this a W. Okay. Now, at first glance, this might seem like a a bunch of random letters that don't mean much. But when you take the time to spell it out, this is what we're going to get. So we'll start with W. I'll go ahead and cross it out every time that we use a letter. So W. And then cross that out. H. We'll cross this one out. Y. And then we go. And then cross it out. Oh, I'm jumping ahead. But you can guess what the next letter is going to be. It's going to be S. Yeah. And then we'll do MY. And then this one is pretty much spelled out for us. V-E-N-T, vent. And then H. We'll use H next. I. And then D. Y is my vent hid. KQ or QK are the only two letters that I have that didn't really match up with anything. I tried looking at stuff online to try and see what KQ or QK might mean. Didn't really find out much. It feels like QK or KQ is like a name of some kind, maybe, or something, but why is my vent hid? I just thought it was really interesting when I figured this out last night, because one, Scott has done subliminal messages through his website before, and two, let's say that it was just a very random group of numbers, and maybe my method isn't solid. I don't know. Maybe it is all just a big stretch, but I do seriously want to get your honest opinions on it, because when I do this message is here. Why is my vent hid? KQ. And somebody who has a lot more knowledge in Fnaf than me, do you know of any vents that at one point in the timeline were hidden, that people couldn't access or get to? Do you know of any characters that might be KQ or QK or whatever? I assume that it's like a message with like a person's first name and last name. It could not. It could possibly be something else. There's not a whole lot of last names that begin with Q, and there's certainly not any names that begin with Q in Fnaf because I checked last night. Now there is a couple of options for K, but those involve the books, and I don't think at the time that, wherever this time frame that Scott put this in here, he was necessarily thinking that in book 4 of this book, this certain random character that I'm going to create in the future is going to be the person that I put into this hidden message on my website. And I don't know if this is anything at all. Like those two extra letters could just be thrown in there to throw you off. And what the real message is, why is my vent hid? But I just wanted to share that with you all, that this message is there if it means anything to anyone, or if it remotely helps y'all solve the FNAF timeline in another way, if there's something else that it could be a clue of. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's absolutely nothing. But anyway, that's my video. That's what I wanted to show you guys. And I look forward to hearing your comments on it. It's just very, very fascinating to me. So, hope you guys have a great day.